Well, hi again. Hey, hope you're doing well. I hope you've been able to put in some time to practice on your guitar and start to develop some of those calluses on your fingers. And today's going to be a continuation of exercises for you to start exploring. Only today we're going to work with a pick. So you want to choose a pick that works for you from your collection, or get a pick. And I'm going to start to introduce some exercises that you can work on. Now, some of these exercises might seem a little bit boring and really not that helpful, but trust me, they're all part of a plan. So here's the first thing I want you to think about. When you use your pick on the guitar, you're either going to be picking free and strumming back and forth, like where you are producing sounds where the strings are all ringing. Sometimes you use the pick as you go down, sometimes as you come back against it. So sometimes you use the palm here to help to mute by the bridge. So like, these like drum-like little rhythms, dun 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 dun. So that's using your palm to help mute the strings as you pick. Other times, picking involves solo work. And so you want to learn to pick it very precisely, and so we have to work on that. There's several different kinds of picks. So today's exercise, the first thing is going to be the exercise of going back and forth. Now, when you actually put your pick against the strings on your guitar, what you want is you want your pick to approach the strings kind of at a slight angle. So you don't go flat against the strings like this, but you turn it a little bit at an angle. I'm trying to think of a best way to show you this. Like if this is flat on the strings, you just want it picked up a little bit. So it's like so it's at a slight angle when it goes down, and then a slight angle when it comes back. And when I pick, I'm usually cover like about that much. So I'm not showing like the whole pick out like this. You'll lose your pick that way. I'm gripping it pretty tight, and it's just back and forth. Not flat, but tilted up a little bit. I hope that can kind of make sense. But what I'm going to teach you to do today is to alternate pick, to go back and forth. So you're going to use your palm, and you're going to use your low E string. Boom, 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 boom. Back and forth. So you're going down, and I'm resting my pick against the A string. Down and then back. And I'm muting here, so you can see where my palm is. The further back I move my hand like this, you can see as I come off the bridge, the string starts to ring. If I get too close, it won't ring at all. So you got to learn to ride that finger, that palm, that edge of your palm back along the bridge, right along that white bridge. So you're letting the string vibrate some, but not a whole lot. It's just a slight mute. Okay? So you're going down, up, constantly alternate picking. And I'm thinking about very, very small, almost like I'm making a circle. I don't use my fingers too much, but a little bit is okay. It's mostly just a rotate. Kind of has that motion to it. And what I'm going to do with my left hand is I'm just going to stay on that low E string, and I'm going to go up the E major scale, and I'll try to show this to you as you look across the guitar. And so anyway, let me see if I can just show you what I want you to do. You're going to just go as many times as you want. Then the next note, just fret 2, fret 3. You can switch fingers. Here's fret 5. Make sure to have said fretboard. 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11. Then we get 12. Now what you can do is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and at the end of 4, you switch notes. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, pum, 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 pum. Again, 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. And then what you can do, once you can see in your eye ahead of time where your finger should go on that major scale, because that's what that is a major scale, an E major scale, then you can skip a note and then drop down, then skip up and drop down. So you're always skipping over the next one. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. To 14th fret. Do it again. I mean, I'm going a little bit too fast and crazy for you, but that's the idea. You next note. Trying to do is just try to teach your wrist this, and you want to be relaxed. You don't want this to be tense as you pick. I can go like this all day long, and you can make up your own ideas as well with this if you want to try to go. Kinds of things. The idea is that you're trying to pick back and forth. All right. Now, that's your first exercise. Now, what I want you to do is be able to do that on the E string and then be able to do that on the A string. The next one. It's just the back and forth, and you can go up that scale. Again, it's 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Then you can skip back down. Skip down, up, 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 skip down, home. So the E string and the A string, major scale. And then you can try doing it on the high string. Now, the fingers that you choose to use on here are less important. I'm sliding it up sometimes. You can do it all with just your thumb and your index. But it's nice if you can learn to move between these fingers some. You'll notice as I'm going, I'm just equally shuffling around. We're going to do the high E string. Now, the kind of muting that you do on that high string is going to have to be more controlled, because if you mute it too much, it'll just be very hard to hear. All that's on that high E string. That's all the same pattern. 0 or open, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and then your 12th fret. And so you can learn those numbers very easily watching these marker dots. Remember that the first dot that's going to appear on your side is going to be for 3, and then for 5, 7, 9, so on and so forth until you get up to the 12th fret right here. You'll see a double dot. On this particular guitar, the inlays here are birds. I think this one's supposed to be an eagle or something, or a falcon. So that's your beginning picking exercise, and this is going to ready you for doing a lot more of individual picking. We'll learn to do a lot of those. The second exercise that I'm going to give you is the exercise that uses pick and power chord. Now this exercise is really you're going to feel it all through here as you're basically going to be living using these 2 fingers very pinched off and your index finger. So let me set it up for you. The pattern we're going to do for all of these is the same pattern, only it switches strings a little bit. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to put remember when we talk about numbering our fingers, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, like you're counting. Finger 1, finger 3, and finger 4 are going to go 1 on the 12th fret of the lowest E string. Finger 3 and finger 4 are going to go on the A string and on the D string, respectively, frets 14 and 14. So 12, 14, 14. So it's up high, and it's just 3 notes. And you're picking just those 3 notes. It's called a power chord. Then you're going to slide that whole pattern down till you grab it on the 7th fret. Then you're going to bring that up to the 9th. Then you're going to push it down to the 5th. With my picking is I'm chugging. I'm just going down, 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 down. I'm using a little bit of palm muting, but I'm not coming back up against it. I'm just going down, 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 down. And by down, I mean I go this way, down. It's just constantly down, 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 and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of down strokes there. Eventually, we're going to open this up and we're going to do some open strokes. So you practice that. Again, you practice here, and you slide that down so the index finger is on the 7th, and then up to the 9th, then down to the 5th. Now you'll notice where my thumb lives in order to support. It's somewhere between there and there. This thumb behind the neck to support that. Listen, at the beginning, doing this side-by-side thing is really going to hurt. You're going to feel it in here. You're going to feel it on your fingertips. Even now, if you look at my fingers, I've got these pretty serious creases in my fingers from where I was just pressing. If you look carefully, those creases could really hurt if I don't have calluses built up. So this might really hurt as you're doing it. Just be ready, like we've talked about before, to put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a cotton ball and just dab the tips of your fingers after you play so that it dries out and you develop those calluses. You want to build those calluses like big pads on your fingers. And then it won't hurt as much as you play more and more, but at first, you're going to feel it. So you're going to do that exercise. I'm going to check my tuning again. All right. Now, I'm going to teach you another one, and this one is going to be the similar chord progression, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you strum through, and And I'm gonna just mute this right now, so it's gonna sound like a walk, 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 like I'm just hitting the strings. I want you to watch how I do this as I strum. So I'm gonna go down, up, 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 down, up. It's very smooth. So if you follow that pattern, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Finding a rhythm pattern that you can repeat over and over again is the hardest thing to do at first. So I want you to memorize that. Down, up, 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 down, up. And when you're going down, you can see I like to strum right around the bottom of that sound hole. You can strum up higher, but right about there is about perfect. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Say it with me. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. The up is where you come up against the strings, and the down is like that. Now, if I just hold on to a chord, and I'm going to hold on to, starting on the A string, I'm going to hold on to the 7th fret, then over on the D string, the 9th, the G string, the 9th. And I'm going to play that whole, all the strings open. So I'm not using palm muting. Down, up, 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 down, up. You can really get a full sound out of the guitar. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And I'm gonna move my string. So I'm gonna move from that 7, 9, 9 position on the A string, D string, G string, down, up, 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 down, up. So that's moving to 2, 4, 4. And now as I do that, I'm avoiding striking that low E string. The low E string was great at the beginning. Now here, down, up, down, up, down, down, down. Now I'm gonna go to 4, 6, 6. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now, this index is gonna be open, and I'm moving these two down to here where they just, so it's an open A, and then they're on fret 2 of the D string and the G string. Let me see if I can, again, show you those pieces and put them together. The rhythm is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, over and over again. The position is the same position that you were playing on the high E string, only now I moved it over to the A, and I'm starting on 7, 9, 9. And I'm playing all the strings open. And I move that whole pattern down to the index is on fret 2, and these two are on fret 4. We move that all up 2 frets. And I move that all the way down so that that index comes off and leaves you ring that open A. You might be thinking, man, my guitar just does not sound that good. Something's wrong with my guitar. Something's wrong with me. I promise you what's happening is that your fingers have not gotten, your hand has not gotten strong enough to hold on to and grab that pattern for very long. So as you practice, you're going to have to tell yourself, it won't sound great now, but if it's close, you're on your way. So go back and review these patterns again. By way of review, alternate picking. And A. or slow as you can, as long as you're accurate. Then you're grabbing those chords. Strumming over. All right, so that is the beginning of some working with the pick. Remember that it's back and forth, and then down, 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 and then down, up, down, up, down, up. Start working with the pick. My recommendation might be go for the lighter of the picks at first. It might make it feel better for your hand, all right? Okay, now you might have to review this a whole bunch of times, go back, make sure you get it right, but you'll get it. Have fun.